Alright, I hope I'm in the picture. What I'm going to do, I'm trying to get out of here, and I'm just trying to get everything together that I need to get, trying to get everything loaded up. Plus, after moving that heavy tent, it's like my back was like seized up for like 3 days. I couldn't even hardly move. Every time I'd even try to move, it would just. Well, anyway, what I was planning on doing, which turns out to be. Don't you got that ball? Huh? Got that ball? Bring the ball. Yeah. Where is the ball? Well, where is it? You're supposed to hand it to me, dum dum. I don't know what's in the camera or what isn't. I don't even know if I'm in the frame. I hope I am. Because I can't tell with this particular camera. Well, anyway, what my plan was is I had ordered this cheap pop-up tent that I didn't pay a lot for, luckily, because it's a total piece of crap. And tried setting it up yesterday. Well, I finally got it to stand up, but then I come to find out on the opening, the zipper for the mesh part is broken, and there isn't even a zipper for the outside to close it up. It's just, and the thing is, I'm not going to be here long enough because I don't have a printer. So I'm not going to be here long enough for them to send me a return label. I'm going to try to talk them into them just giving me my money back without having to send it back, because it's not worth sending back. It's a piece of crap. I got it off of Amazon, and trust me, I'm going to leave quite the review for it. Matter, Copper, that tarp gonna get you? Got tarp out here. It rained last night, apparently. It wasn't supposed to. And anyway, I had some stuff covered up with this tarp. So I'm gonna shake the water off of it. And here you go. Yeah. I wasn't planning on setting this up, but the only thing is that my main tent, the white duck one, is 100 pounds. And it's like, it's gonna take 3 days for me to get down to Lake Havasu. I'm going to stay probably around Winnemucca, Nevada the first night. And then Tonopah, Nevada the second night, and then the next day it'll only be about a 6-hour drive to Lake Havasu, because I'm not going to feel like driving a long way the first day. So it's only going to be about a 3.5-hour drive to get to my first stop. But to be honest with you, the way my back has been so messed up after wrestling with that big tent, I'm gonna set this up. This is the one Nancy sent me. But I want to see how easy it is to set up. So, and I need to get it set up and taken down because it's supposed to start raining this afternoon. Right now it's I think it's around 8 o'clock in the morning, 8:30, somewhere around in there. I don't remember what time it is, but it's around 8ish. So I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to have to pay attention to how it is when I take it out so I can put it back in here the same way. Because that's one thing I have a problem with, is getting stuff back in the same way that it was before I took it out. I am not good at that at all. So anyway, I'm going to set this up. And this thing's dry on this tarp. This thing here, might only be good for kindling. I don't know. I was just, because I wanted something I could set up. It's supposed to be instant pop-up. In the video that they showed, you sit it on the ground, you pull up on the thing, and boom, it's done. That was not the case at all. You know, like the instructions are all like in Japanese or Chinese or whatever. It's obviously like made in China or somewhere. But the material's poor, the construction's poor. It's a piece of crap, and I'm not going to be able to use it. So I'm thinking, do I want to wrestle my 100-pound tent for 2 nights, and or is this one here? I mean, it's actually a bigger tent. The Yurt is. It's a bigger tent, but it's a heck of a lot lighter, and it looks actually pretty easy to set up. You know, like, again, I'm going by the videos. But the thing is, the videos that I watched were by private people and not the company. You know, private people setting it up and showing all the ins and outs of it and stuff. So that's a lot more true to life than some little, you know, minute-and-a-half video on Amazon. So anyway, I'm going to go ahead and get it set up, hopefully, and then once I get it set up, then I'll bring you guys back and let you see it, see how it see how easy it goes setting it up. Hopefully it is easy. I guess we'll find out. Here we go. All right, I got it all laid out. And it is freaking windy today, which is making it cold. My hands are freezing. So I got it. The only thing is, I gotta get it tight before I try setting it up. Man, that wind is a killer. I'm gonna have to go back in and warm my hands up some before. I might have to use some of those hand warmers that Nancy got me. But I don't know what the deal is with this. It's got, that's my table I'm tripping over. It's got this like this, and then this like this. I don't get it. The other ones just have single ones that are, you know, and the problem is I just don't have enough room to tighten this up right, and this thing keeps going black on me. There. Anyway, I think I'm gonna go in and get some gloves on, because I am just like, my hands are freezing. I'm gonna get my stocking cap on too, because this ball cap is not warm enough. So anyway, that's how it is. I assume that this is the front right here. I guess we'll find out, because the other side doesn't look like it. It looks like this is the opening. So this is why I'm glad I'm doing this today instead of waiting till I get, because it could be very, very cold the first place I'm camping too. So it's like I want to know what I'm doing so I can get it set up right. Just like with my other one, it'll go up 10 times as fast now that I know what I'm doing. Well, anyway, I'm going to go in and warm up for a little bit and get some gloves. I'll be back out. The one thing I can tell you right now, I thought I was going to be out of here by Tuesday. I highly underestimated how much work this was going to be to get everything together. And then trying to fit it in the Explorer. It's like I don't know how everything's going to fit. I really don't. I've got a rooftop baggage, one of those cloth baggage carriers, so I can put my, at least I can put my suitcases in there. I haven't looked yet in the manual to see how much weight I can put on top. But there's going to have to be some things go up there, because I'm just not going to have, the Explorer doesn't have nearly as much room as I thought it did. I rolled up that tent and put it in there, was it yesterday? Yeah. My other tent rolled it up and put it in there, and it takes up almost half of the back. You know, it's the three-seater. The third row of seats is down. I tried putting the second row down. I actually thought about taking them out of there, but I'm actually going to have more space by leaving them up, because there's some things I can put in there that it just wouldn't work if the seats were down. So I'm going to have to try to utilize my space the best that I can. I've got to find room for those propane tanks. They take up a lot of room. So I don't know. I'm stressed out, to be honest with you. It's like, you know, the stuff that I have, I need to take, to be able to live, because I've got a lot of fuel. I've got my cookers. I've got, another tarp. It's all stuff that I need, that I don't want to have to buy later. And so I'll make it all fit, and I'm going to try to put my rooftop carrier on. Like I say, I may have to have Mark come down and help me this afternoon. I was going to ask him yesterday, but I was so tired. By the time I got done taking down that tent and doing the stuff that I did yesterday, it's tough. Part of my problem is in 2019 I had bypass surgery, and in order to do that, they split my sternum, and then they glued it back together. And then when I got home, it had only been, a couple, 3 weeks since I'd had surgery. And my mom was like, you need to go out and do some work outside and all that stuff, So I was trying to please her. Well, one of the things I found out that you were not supposed to do, especially just after having surgery, was sweeping. This kind of motion. And I was out there sweeping out front, and all of a sudden I felt and heard something pop. And so my sternum, holy crap, I got blood all over my hands. I got something cut the crap out of me. Holy man, how did I do that? I'm always doing that. What did I do with my band-aids? There we go. I'm always cutting myself. So I look here, and there's blood on this hand, but it's not from this hand, I don't think. Don't get old, people. Don't get old. I know it's going to happen, but it ain't fun. Of course, I did this when I was younger, too. Come on, get in the box. Don't mess with me. I'm already having enough problems today. Every time I turn around, it's something. I need to quit turning around. So, every time I turn around, this happens. And quit turning around, you dummy. Yeah. Oh, man. Hang on. Let me go grab a paper towel. I have no idea how I did this. It's a pretty good gash. Now, what did I do with the Band-Aid? I just like, oh, it's underneath the paper towel. I just like here. Anyway, I'll be so glad when I finally get everything loaded up. But that's why I wanted to try out this tent today and see how hard it was to set up, because if it's fairly easy to set up, I'm going to use it for a couple of nights, even though it may not be as warm as the other one. If it's easier and quicker to set up, I'm just going to use it and just run my heater. And hopefully that it... And I have no idea how I cut my finger. I have no idea what I cut it on, but it's bleeding pretty well. I got a Band-Aid on it now, so that'll hopefully curb it. Oh. Plus, it doesn't help that I take, I take aspirin, for my blood pressure and stuff like that, so it doesn't clot as fast as it normally would. But anyway, my hands are warm now, so I think I'm going to grab my gloves, go out there and try to stake this down. And see, it unfolded very easily. It's not nearly as heavy. The material isn't anywhere near as heavy as the other one, which is both good and bad. Good as far as carrying it and handling it. So it looks pretty easy to fold up and roll up. I looked at how it was when I took it out of there, and you just basically take all the posts and poles and stuff and roll them up inside it and stick it in the bag. So we shall see if it's as easy to get back in as it was to get out. So anyway, I'm going to go back out and finish setting it up, and hopefully. And it's going to be kind of hard because I just don't have enough room. The yard's too small back here to stake it out like it should be. So, but I'm going to try to finagle it so I can get it tight, so it doesn't move when I go to set up the pole in the middle. So, anyway, next time you see me, hopefully it'll be set up and ready to go. All right. I don't have it set up all the way because I already can tell you it's not going to work. Yeah, there was a reason people said you don't use this in the winter, and I kind of thought that I knew what it was. Well, I knew what it was, but seeing it for real, yeah, there's no way. This is a summer tent only, and I'm going to show you why. Well, first of all, turn this around. First of all, one thing I do like about it is it's got a lot of headroom, but the doorway is only chest high, so I have to bend way down when my back is hurting. I don't like bending. All right, well then, it's got the center pole, which is supposed to go up, and then, oh, this will quit going black on me. And then it's supposed to go up, go through the hole in this table, and then down onto the floor here. All right, I could not get it up nearly high enough to go through the table. It would only come up to about here. It wouldn't go any higher, and I was afraid of ripping it. And then the neighbor dog is trying to kill me. Well, then I'm trying to get these stabilizer poles in here. I fought with this thing for a half an hour trying to get it into this little thing here, and it's just not going. I mean, eventually I think but here's the problem. Let me sit down. Here's the problem. Problem is, you see, even if you get it stabilized, this does not zip. Once you get it stabilized, it pushes out like this, supposedly, and you can zip the mesh, but there's no zipper. The only zippers are on the side here. There's no zipper across the top. See, it's just, you know, there's absolutely no zipper. So these things would be flapping like this. There's absolutely no way that you'd be able to run, and that's why one guy said in the one review that running a heater in here would be a waste of time, because it either goes out through the top or out through this, that you can't zip it up. That's just the weirdest setup I've ever seen, and it's that way on both sides. So yeah, so as much as I hate to mess with my white duck tent for one night twice in a row, this just is not going to work. Oh man, yeah, the material is, it's one reason it's so light is the material is, they say it's canvas, but this does not, that doesn't look like canvas to me. They say canvas tent. I've never seen any canvas that looks like that. That looks more like plastic. In fact, that's not even as thick as like viscose. But it'll be okay, you know, for a summer tent. At least it'll have plenty of ventilation, you know. So, and then this doorway, I don't understand what's with this doorway. No matter how I set it up, it doesn't want to, I don't know. It's supposed to go in this pocket here. I'll have to play with it a little more, but I'm gonna take this down. Oops, I got the camera turned the wrong way. Yeah, the doorway's supposed to go in this pocket. I don't know. All I know is I'm very frustrated with it. Oops, now it's gonna come down and bonk me in the head. Ugh. Sorry. Trying to get out. Having to bend to get through this door. So yeah, anyway, this is going back in the bag until summer, because as much as I hate to pack that white duck tent out, at least I know how to set it up now. It'll go up quick. It'll go up very quick, and it'll be warm to a certain point, but yeah, my first night out is going to be very, very cold, I think. So, anyway, look like a teepee now. You have a powwow. Yeah, look like a teepee. Yeah. Yeah. Oh well, that's why I'm glad that I at least tried it. You know, because it's like I didn't want to get to the campsite, and then I went all this effort and then saw this. It's like, and then have to still do the other tent. I would not have been a happy camper. So I'm glad that at least I tried it out before. So yeah. So anyway, yeah, you'd never know looking at the sky. You'd never know looking at the sky that it was going to be pouring rain later. The weather report's saying about 4 o'clock that it's supposed to. Look at that blue sky. Yeah, we got evergreen trees around here. Well, according, we have a couple of big maples that like to break off huge branches. So, yeah, No squirrels today right now. There's usually squirrels running around chasing each other around the tree, and maybe that's a sign that something's coming, huh? But anyway, here's my, it's like the leaning teepee of Pisa. Doesn't have that table to stabilize it, which I don't understand why, because it, when you set this stuff up, it is never like the videos. It's never like the videos. So anyway, at least it'll be easy to pack up and put, back in the bag, and probably won't set this up till I go up to my property and probably middle of May or June, or whatever. I was going to go there on the way down until I saw it's been like 15, 17, 19 at night. I was like, nah, I ain't dealing with that. It's been colder there than it has here. And so I was cold enough that one night. So I'm going to get down to Lake Havasu City as fast as I can. So I may end up driving further than I anticipate and get down there in 2 days. We'll just have to wait and see. We'll see how early I get out of here and how tired I am, after loading up and everything. And I may just be zonked and not feel like driving any further than like Jordan Valley, which is about 2.5 hour drive, somewhere around in there. So we'll play it by ear. I've got several places, several free campgrounds picked out that I can stay at in different areas. One there, one in Winnemucca, one a little further south. So I will try to make it as far as I can go that first day. If I can make it to Winnemucca, which is only 260 miles roughly. It's not bad, 4 hour drive. It just depends on how tired I am. And Copper's never taken a long trip either, so it's going to depend on how he is. Because I don't know if he's a good traveler or not. I assume he is, because he usually does pretty good. He likes riding in the vehicle, but I don't know. You heard his name. That was panting at me. What's he doing? I'm coming in. Yeah, I'm coming in, dude. All right. Anyway, this has been a bear, people. This has been I'll just be glad when I get everything packed up and get going, because it's just like I am just pooped. I am so worn out and stressed out and still trying to figure out how I'm going to get everything to fit. It just sucks. Anyway, I'll talk to you later, people. Have a good one.